rest therein. Just coming with a message. I'm going to hold up a minute uh, until those that comes to the live chat show up. All I need is one. Praise the mighty God. All I need is one. All right. So I'm going, hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. Okay, here I go. Here I go. Here I go. All right. I want to say that uh, it is time to talk. And that means round about now, many things can be said, even those that's in the live chat. If they have something they want to um, cover or have a question or even have the answers to a question, the live chat is open for you to do so. Sister Deborah is going to be a little here and a little there and a little bit of everywhere, and that's all right with me. Um, I want to first start on Trump. I want to let you all know that this thing with Trump is a setup from the floor, okay? Just like other things that's actually taking place. Things are set there to kind of throw the people off. The people in this country, like I said before, are weaker people than around the four corners. Uh, there are things set before them, and yet they cannot see. And I believe the people here in this country, whether you are from this country or not, seems to have put a lot of trust in those who have ruled this land for quite some time. We trust in the power that bees within it, within them that rules this country. We trust what they say, we trust what they do, we trust how they act, we just trust how they perform and what they give us, what they do, and how they do as far as the system itself. And as you sit back and you kind of look at everything today and you realize that uh, this country system has been believed by the people here. And I don't care what nationality, what tribe, or what people here that resides here in this country believe everything this country do, say, how they conduct themselves, how they build up on things. They have such a high level of trust and belief in the system here in this country till it's off the chain. And it's okay. These things need be. When you see the situation with Trump, It's a setup from the floor. Why? This is what is said to me. It's not what is in front of Trump or what they say that he done that is behind Trump. They're saying no, it is being said that that is just a cover up, or to get the focus on of the people in this country on what's going on with Trump and what's taking place regarding Trump. It's a trap. It's been set there, and you know the saddest part about it, the trap has been set there to trap those who trust in the trap. Really see it a Republican, the first time president, going through something. It's a setup for this country, and it's a sad thing because they setting the people here in this country up. When I say a setup for this country, I'm talking about the people who reside here. This system has set up Father Yah, they have set up a plan. Let's throw this ball in, so they are focused on this ball and this ball itself. The whole truth of the matter is what is after this. It's not Trump. It's what they have planned after this. And it's not so much as, okay, Trump is in there. It starts, let's say if it starts today and it go on for a year, 9 months. It's not something that's really there, you guys. It's something that they set there to have your mind focusing on the ball they have rolled into the center of the floor. They have rolled the ball into the center of the floor and got people fussing and arguing about the ball that the system, rolled out. And that's the plan, is to get everybody in chaos and make this issue bigger than really, it's really not an issue. It's been planned to take the people focus in this country away from what they are actually about to do. That's where the sad come in, because the focus of the people will be focused on the things that they're trying to get your head to turn left while they doing what they're doing right. Now, this is the catch to what they're doing. The system is doing something, and it's so great to where they got it planned to play with Trump for a certain length of time. I don't know, 9 months, 12 months, 14 months, but they got a plan to throw people off. And all of a sudden, during the end of their plan, Trump is going to be still going through what they trying to get you focused on. Then all of a sudden, something going to come up out of nowhere. And everybody focus going to be so onto Trump, then the plan that they have go sneak in and come after the people. Why? Because the people got their eyes, their mind, and their hearts focusing on every ball, the system, which is the Roman Catholics, which is the wicked. Every ball they throw into the center of the floor, everybody in this country eyes go focusing on the ball. It's almost like hypnotizing, because all they have to do is roll a ball. In this country, roll a ball in the center of the floor. Everybody will focus on it while they are doing something on this end, on the right end. Now, whatever it is they're doing on the right end, y'all, is pretty powerful. I mean, like pretty powerful, because they are willing to roll that ball in the center of the floor with all this chaos they say now has to do with Trump. It's to throw the people in this country off so they can do what they really planning on doing while your focus is on the ball in the center of the floor. Now, I want you all to understand it is not nothing. Let me explain something to you all. I don't know what the Father's getting ready to go, where he's getting ready to go with this, but I'm finna go riding along with him. It is a plan that's going on. And I want the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah to understand this is not about you. This is not about you. So the whole world is not focusing on you. It is not about you. You already been orchestrated, ordained, predestined to go through the curse itself. Your next step is, when you came in curse, is to go out curse. You see? But there's something else that's happening. We as a people, the tribe of Judah, really think this thing rests and is determined based on us as a people. The Father wants you to know this don't have nothing to do with your wicked tales. This ain't got nothing to do with your wicked tale. Because what we're doing, we're focusing and wrapping everything about us as a people. And it causes us to not to see the ugliness of us as a people. It makes us think that if we can just say that somebody is bothering us, they doing this, they doing this, they doing this, they need to pay reparation to us. Yah is not going to let them pay you reparations. Why? Because then it'll be you saying you entitled to it. When they give reparation, it ain't going to be based on your loud mouth. Matter of fact, it's not going to even be called that. Why? Because you're tampering with the will of the Father. And guess what? You can't move that type of power to go your way. You see so many people ain't got nothing else better to do on these devil platforms but to put in people's mindset that they entitled to reparations. What makes you entitled? Don't forget the Father owns it all. So if he owns it all and he got you in captivity, in prison, what makes you think that you entitled to something? If he that owns everything, how is it you're going to tell him you entitled to something after he puts you in prison and in captivity for your disobedience, stiff neck, and rebellion? But yet he owes you something. He got to pay you because he put you in the curse. How did that sound? He owed you something because he put you in this curse. So he owes you something. That's how stupid you sound. Because you're not telling it to the world. You're not telling it to the heathens and the Gentiles. You're saying it to the Most High Yah. It goes back to your stupidity that you have awakened up to. And for that reason, he's going to make sure your butt don't get nothing. He's going to make sure your butt don't get nothing. Because you're trying to tell somebody to give you something after he put you in prison, in captivity, and oppressed, and along with every other thing he said that's going to happen to you while you are over here. And you best bet not now time does he do as you please. After he said you're going to put everything you put your hand to, you're going to lose. Even when you thinking you putting your hand to something and you building something, you got a field of vegetables, and no matter what you got. People don't understand. They sell out. And when you sold out, guess what? Not only are you in the curse, you are what you call dead already. You are already dead and don't know it. Because you're turning and you're doing things to try to make things that have been prophesied that should happen. You're trying to make it a lie and don't understand. If he allow you and suffer you to override his curse, it's because he letting you ride over in Satan's lane where you came down here assigned to. That's it. That's it. So when people thinking they can sit and tell you how to prepare to the point where they have what they have, And many of them got what they got because they sold out to the devil on these devil platforms. And the devil have constantly gave them a check to get to where they're at today, to grow what they have, to have what they have. It's because they sat and they taught not spirit and truth, not the light, but the things Satan said they could speak about. And don't cross that dotted line, because if you do, you get off. So long as you stay where we tell you to stay, we'll give you a check. But the moment you cross that dotted line, we're going to close you down. And what did they do? They stayed off the dotted line, away from it, just so they can gain that check. And this is where they grew their vegetables. This is why they have what they have. Not because they labored with their hands throughout their lives and saved what they have. No, you got some that's taken from people to stay with them. They taken from people to gain. See, this is where you know this is not of the Most High Yah. But it's all, how would I say it? It's all well with the will of the Father, because he already got everybody written in the heaven, in the book in which he has already signed them, based on what? Their works. The works came from the heaven, and you came down here to perform it. This is why you should know where you at today. And if you still don't know, it's because you ain't nobody. That's why. Because where we at today, you should know who you are in him. And if you don't, it's because you ain't nobody. So what do that mean? You see? So I'm sitting here just really gripping the fact that we are doing some strange things in these days. And these strange things don't have no righteous resting therein. No just, no upright. That means no doing it anything right before the Most High Yah. We're so busy trying to make it in. I call it faking until you make it. And guess what? Faking it ain't gonna let you make it. You just gonna fake it until you think you're gonna make it. And guess what? You ain't gonna make it. So it's no need of faking it. Because if I got to fake it until I think I'm making it, then you messed up on the floor. You should know where you stand, or at least in the direction of where you're going in this life. Now, many things are being put before people's faces on this media all over the world. People are doing things. And let me tell you something else. I got a couple of feelings about Africa. And that is this. You got a lot of males running there. Okay. And they looking for a good time. Okay. They looking for a good time with an easy way. They looking to experience things an easier way. Not knowing that the same, what the young lady said to me today, she said, Miss Deborah, I know the devil. I know about the devil here. I'd rather stay where I know the devil than to go somewhere where I don't know the devil, but I know he's present there. So true. Because a lot of people thinking, I'm going to show y'all something. When people are telling people about everything outside of the light of the Most High Yah, the spirit and truth of the Most High Yah, but they telling you, come over here, it's better. It talks about that in Matthew. There going to be many. It says, come out here. Let's go out here. He's here. Because they're trying to show you the way to their way. And that's what a lot of people also are doing. They're going out in a way that they're trying to get others to go out in the direction that they are going in, because they really believe that what you are going in, what you're going through or where you're at, the devil is only in the midst of where you at. Come go with me here. Come go out here. Come out here. This is where you need to be. And they don't understand the same devil that's here is there. See the mindset of people. They really believe the work of their hands can change the will of the Father's ways. They think their hands are powerful than the Most High Yah hands himself, because they really believe if I go over here and build and sell and plant, I'm going to outbeat those who don't have what I have because I stole to get what I have. It ain't because I inherit anything or I've worked for it. It's because I used a lot of things to manipulate the people to make them think that I'm like unto a God. Follow me. Give me your wealth. And it's a lot of them. I didn't even know that many exist. But I was looking at that the other day, that people give they all in all, their property, their land, their everything that they have, sell it so they can give it to this person so they can go live on their property. This is how this person is building and planting. They're getting checks from the devil platform to sell out on the word of Yah, because they never knew the word of Yah. They knew a book that they use so that they can be able to teach and preach enough for you to continue to make sure that they are taken care of in their slothful spirits, because they never brought spirit and truth nor the light. As time continued, I began to see I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here listening at Ezekiel talking about how Israel was shedding blood. Woo! But what was I saying? I'm just so happy to drop down. So a lot of things that, let me see. I also want to hear what you all are saying in the live chat, because this is the time to talk. If you have any questions or you have anything you want to cover, let's do that. You might have even answers. Shoot for it. What was I saying? So somewhere in us, we got to find our place in ourselves where you hide. We have to, somewhere in us, feel this thing, own this thing, salute this thing that's greater in us than he that is in the world. More so what I'm seeing is a lot of things happening as cover up. They're using it to take your whole focus off of what the true plan is. The one thing that's kind of scary, when they rolled that ball with Donald Trump, I'm like, what is going to happen before any of that, before they close down on any of that? What is really about to happen? Oh, they got something. And it's going to affect this whole country. It's going to affect the whole country. But they got to get our attention off of what they're planning on doing. So we won't see it coming in. We won't be able to say, oh, look what they get ready to, oh, look, they did it. See, let us get their focus on the ball that's in the center of the room. It's a lot of things going on. That we had a mother that had 2 children that put those children in the oven. Okay. And oh, yes. Now, I'm glad you brought that up. So this young lady put these children and turned the oven on. Just imagine the heat and how that had to have been very, very painful to die a slow death of burning up. And she put 2 of her children into the oven. And you says, hear about what's happening in the air. Yes. Now, this is another thing. You all do not understand. These are also chemicals that they are able to disperse. You notice you said Canada, they're doing it in New York too, right? See, these are big states, okay? They're doing it in New York. People will go to New York, leave New York, and what? Go to another state, go out of country, because that's what New York is. It's the pot where everybody goes from different countries and different states. A lot of people don't understand. This is something that's just coming out of nowhere. You got to understand what they're doing. It's something behind that. I'm going to show you an example. I don't know if you all have smelled that legal substance called weed that they have created. Have y'all seen that? I mean, have y'all not seen it? Have you smelled that smell that's on it? Have you smelled the smell that's on this weed that is sold? This is weed coming from out of the hand of the government system. Let's call it the system. The smell of it is not as powerful as it's going to be. They're tampering with that. People running around here grabbing this weed, they don't even understand. It's destroying your mental mindset. And also, they're adding a smell to it that is very, I think, can be very addictive. I think the smell, that the odor that comes from this stuff is created so that it too can interfere with people who smells it. So it ain't something that one decide, I want to take it, I love it, I want it, I want to buy it. They go buy. They can drive by and be gone an hour past you, but the scent is still there. Something wrong with that, child. That's another one of their, ooh, Father, I'm about to get in trouble, ain't I? What they're doing, you guys, they rolling a lot of balls. And this one about this here, this weed, there's an odor with this weed, y'all. And you can't help, but a person can pass by you and they can be gone and the scent is still there. They doing that intentionally because they're going to use that. They're going to allow people to go and purchase it, and they're going to leave some sort of chemical that can affect other people. This is a trial. Anytime you think that the government is going to open the things it held illegal all these years, and all of a sudden they're telling you, oh, you can get guns. Oh, you can smoke weed. It's something gone evil. I would say wrong. It's evil. Because they're setting people up. When they approve for people to have guns, do you really believe? Do you really, really, really believe they're out to ban your guns? The mindsets of those who are training and buying guns by great number. They're already dead and don't know it. You already did. They wanted you to do this. They want you to buy weapons. They want you to get as much as you can possibly get. They don't care if you got it legal. They don't care if you got paperwork on it. They don't care. They want you to. It's a part of the plan, people. A system that made things illegal is now making it legal. Why? Because they found ways that they can cause their plan to push forward. And the people in this country, again, is a people who don't have sense to discern, none whatsoever. No matter what nationality the people are, they can't discern nothing and what is going on. It's all a part of the plan. Passing this week, you can't help but smell this stuff. It's so strong. And it's not like the natural weed. It's got chemicals in it. And what will make a people think that they're going to grow it and just give it to you in its purest form? No, this is a way they said we can cause many to lose it. Guns. These people really believe that they're trying to ban their guns. They really do. And these people running out here buying guns and training, and they have so many of them packed, waiting. They did that because they want people to have as many weapons as they possibly can have. So when they start the racial war, and it's not so much as the racial war, at least those who are the Gentiles and the heathen think it's going to be a racial war, but it is going to be a racial war, but it ain't going to be enough for us to even fight, even pick up a gun, because we're taking out each other now. And what is causing that? Something is going on. Something is going on, but the Father is allowing it. That what continue to come back to me. No way a fire can cause that sort of, that's what they're doing. It's chemical they're dispersing. They know that. Air was bad in DC. I lived in North Virginia. And it was air was, but you know that it's not something that has to do with a fire. No, it's definitely without a doubt. And you can't get the people here in this country to see that there are things that they are doing to you in this country. But the gun law, the guns, let me tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all something y'all do not know. The power that bees, that rules this world, ain't afraid of your guns. They could give a rat's behind about you having so many guns. To tell you the truth, they want you to kill one another. Because they got to get you to start the, how would I say it? The bloodbath in this land. They got to get you there so they can bring out their firepower. So they got to make sure you got plenty of firepower and start the bloodbath, which is already started. You see everybody killing each other. That's why they letting you do it and then putting it on nationwide television, showing everybody, see, guns. This is what guns is doing. They know this is only, not only, but this is what is needed before they bring out that martial law on y'all tails. And when they bring that out, your life ain't going to be worth a penny, because it's going to be killed on the spot. So this is the things that, no, mask can't stop you from smelling it. No, ma'am. You got to inhale the toxins, the chemicals. Yeah, this is their plans. This is how they, see, people really don't understand, even when they read the instructions and direction book. Y'all, the power that bees already done been through this book. Been back and front to back. Guess what? I believe they know it so from the beginning to the end, to the end to the beginning. They can go backwards on it. They a lot of this instructions and directions. They know a lot of things been smeared, but they do know how to put the pieces together to do what they desire to do in this day and time. They're doing things just to cause you to see or not to see. They're at the level This is their time. They don't care if you see it. Everything is clearly seen. And the way that the system is doing everything, clearly seen. Let's take another example. No one knew last week. This is the most hot. This is me, because I go to the store all the time. They raised the prices like almost, not double, but almost on food. And no one's seeing this. No one's, because people are, you don't have to wait for the walking dead. People are dead already. They're dead in their thinking. They're dead in their understanding. They're dead in their wisdom. They're dead in their knowledge. They're dead, y'all. And they just walking alone, content with whatever. Is it something they can do? No. To be real with you, it's nothing you can say or do. No, it's nothing you can say or do. No, I can't say it ain't nothing you can say. You can say something, but it's nothing you can do. Because this country have shown a system that they are with them no matter what they do. You do whatever, we with you. We behind you. Even if it takes out their whole family, they still telling the system, we don't care what you do, we behind you. So a lot of times people thinking gun laws, all these guns, look what people are doing with them. And they don't see that. They don't see, and then they can't wait for people to use the guns so they can put in nationwide television to show what people are actually doing with the guns that they have allowed to be so freely carried or to own, you see. And they taking them and they just doing all kinds of killing. That's a part of the plan. That is a part of the plan. A lot of them thinking because the government let them have these guns like that, they let them have this weed like this. Baby, they ain't letting you have none. They setting your tail up from the floor up. Because what they have, your guns can't even look at it without melting. That's another thing. And I say they thinking they something because they got guns. And they using the guns as if, it's nothing to it. Let me go kill this person and just doing it for the hell of it. But the guns that they got prepared to take your tail out, especially these who got guns and buying guns in great number, they got something for you, baby. Oh, they got something for you. I remember telling this one guy in the store, I said, we talked about what the system is doing. And it was a Gentile. And he said, Miss Deborah, I got a bunk over here and I digged it down underneath. And if you ever need to run or need to get away, you can always come there. And been a beautiful person to me. He a Gentile and he ain't nothing but like 36. But he said, and I had to stack everything. I had to get my guns and everything. And I said, but you know that all your guns ain't gonna help you in this situation. And you know what he told me? He said, everybody, he talking to white people are collecting guns and putting them under their bunker, having all type of protection. You know what he said? Same thing Sister Deborah telling me. What they got prepared for us is off the chain. And it's the truth. Why people thinking, why do you think these people are killing people with these high power weapons? Why do you think they're doing that? And where are these people getting this type of gun from? So if you got that type, just imagine what the system have for your tail. And they're going to be able to pull all of that stuff out. Everything is working in their favor. Everything is going so neatly in order in a way that they desire. Everything they're doing, everything is going right according to the way that they want it. For themselves, just like they want them to. People are killing each other just like they want to. And we as a people in the tribe of Judah, it's just something really sickening about us. It's something. And I know what it is, what Father said. Gone. Destroyed. It's gone. It's gone. And I heard 6 people today say that. And I wanted to step into Deuteronomy 28 on them, but they didn't even know Deuteronomy itself. So I said, I ain't gonna go there and say, well, Miss Brown, I don't know. Now, this stuff that's going on is off the chain. Our people doing things that just off the, I'm like saying, I ain't gonna even go into it because it takes you too deep. It takes you too deep, but it drops you where you need to be in understanding it. And a lot of people are not ready for that, nor do they desire to hear it, nor take it and embrace it and say, okay, Father, I'm with you. I'm on your side. There's a time in your life where you should be able to say, Father, I'm on your side. Even though he knows what side you're on. But to say it would be to mean it in a way that's in your inner man where you know that you know. Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? And I mean, everything that you see today, everything that's actually happening, and it's going according to the way that the system have planned. And I think that's very powerful for the system to have orchestrated. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, the Father oversee that it goes this way because it's still rumbling His wheel. You know, like He said in Proverb 16, I created the evil and the wicked for the days of evil and wicked. So He created them for a time as this, that this is their time to do these things and which they are doing. Why? Because in Yah, in the heavens are books. And a book is the book of life. The other books are many that's coming, that's going to be judged for their works of evil. They're already dead. He said the dead. They're already dead. They just don't know it. And being down on the earth, that really makes them think they in there. They could care less, dead or alive. They thinking they in there. Hey, I'm going. I'm there. And I realized that the Father is coming for what is His. I think about those that are marked in the forehead. I think about how He said that small remnant. I like that because that shows me His power got His put aside. His is put aside. And no matter what go on here in this country, hey Deborah, mine is out. I got mine. So let them do this need be. Let it rumble itself out. Mine I already have. You know, that means that they already marked to get out of here. And then those that are continue to be the way that they still are right now today. And people look at them to be holy than thou. And 99.9 don't even, you know what else I learned, child? I learned the power. Let me say that again. I learned the power in the saints versus the children. Praise the mighty Yah. I really love that. There's a big gulf between the two. Totally different. Because the saints are the holy ones. Out of the children. What they tried to do is, and they did it successfully to the weak-minded people that gets on this devil platform and really think it's like they say it is. A lot of them really think that when you hear of children, the true Jews, the people of Yah, the children of Yah, when you hear that, you really get locked in as if you holy than thou, and you upright, and you just, and you righteous. No, baby, no. Yah got His. The saints are called holy. Okay? They are holy. The saints. The children, no. See, we want to take this thing and screw it up and screw it down just to deceive the multitude of the tribe of Judah. If we can just deceive Israel and the tribe of Judah, we'll be okay. To just make people think that we are the children, we are the true Jews, and we are all whole saints. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Oh, no, you ain't. And this is what a lot of people is getting screwed up and screwed down with. But it's all okay because it's over, y'all. That means that y'all is not sending you nobody here that's going to get it turned the crooked straight for you. If you're not straight, you're not straight. If you're crooked, you're not straight. Now, if you're straight, you're going to be straight. But if you're crooked, you're going to be crooked. It ain't going to be no coming down here to reverse you out of what you are. No. That's what Isaiah 3 was telling you. He going to give them back that name. He's going to give them back that name. And he's not talking about the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah that's out here doing all kind of things. He's talking about those he's going to give and entitle them as holy. He's not telling you to go out here and do all this wicked and evil and all this evil and wicked, and you're going to come up and pull up and say, we the people, we the true Jews, we are the children, and we are going to the New Jerusalem. It confused those who are going. Because they look over at you and they say, well, wait a minute. Y'all doing everything that the world is doing. You conducting yourself like the world. You're doing all kind of abominations, wicked and evil and sin. You're doing all of that. And you mean you're going to be the small remnant? It's a remnant. As I'm over here not doing those things that you're doing, and I'm calling on the name of the Most High Yah. You mean to tell me we going in the same direction? That's how they teaching it. They teach it no matter what you do, how you do it, adultery, abomination, witchcraft, sorcery, stealing, killing. It don't matter. You in there. That's the way they teaching that newfound religion called the Hebrew Israelite movement. No matter what you do, you in there. And everything that they are doing is counteracting what Yah is truly about. Because they have not understood or not fallen under spirit and truth. And because of that, they are going strictly through the broad gate. Proudly, with their chest all out. And they just walking straight in. Proudly. With their chest, and they done created them a crown, and they just thinking, hey, I'm going in, not knowing, not understanding, not having spirit and truth that would tell you going straight into the broad gate. Do you know you're going there? No, they don't even know they're going there because the Father, a lot of them, he had poured out the juice of delusion. So when you're in that, you don't know if you're going or coming, but guess what? You'll never get there. Not where you think you're going. Because that's just it for you right there. And it's a lot of, as you read, you'll see a lot of things that the Most High has already sealed and peeled, and it's over. It's finished. We just still at a standstill, okay, and we're looking at everything the wrong way. And that's why I'm so glad that he kind of set me kind of free when he told me the other day, you better not cry, because to cry would say that you're crying because my will want things to be this way. My will have already orchestrated this way, and you crying because my will is going to allow this to be. No, you don't. You better wipe your face. You better not. Because my will, this is my will. Don't cry about that. So when you see these things happening, you already been given the clear fullness understanding. You ain't got, you last one should be crying because these people are teaching and preaching these to these people, at full force, a lie from the first time they open their mouth to the end their sermon is a lie. And it's just you sitting here trying to figure it out. Well, wow, look at all them people listening to that. That's not true. And then now it's not so. What's getting really bad is they using this here book, and this book is instructions and direction. But guess what? They lying on it, and that's another thing. They're not saying what it's saying, nor are they tapping into exactly what it's saying. If it says up, they don't call it up, they call it down. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, wait a minute, how could this be? I look at the idea of how can you even speak if it's that many people confused? So you start to feel crying and some sorrow for what, Deborah? This is my will. This is who these people were before they left heavens, baby. See, this is why he had to keep reminding me, baby, they was like this before they left heaven. This is what they did. Okay, let me give you a little look. Okay, when this thing was taking place in the heavens, in the kingdom, okay, these people were, these angels were already having the same spiritual mindset as Satan. The idea of those followed Satan, desired to follow Satan. But still, when Satan and the demons were out of the kingdom, that left it still confused there. So what he did is he said, okay, I'm going to bring it all down to the earth. Okay, meaning bring us here on the earth. But before I do that, I'm writing what I have in the Lamb Book of Life and what I have in the other books with the S, so that everyone that I've sent down is already written in one book or the other books. That's how he sealed it, y'all. So what's hard about that? Knowing that that power is in his right hand. He already written with that right hand who's who and what's what. So because we got down here and got high and mighty, and we got to the point that we betting he is, and this is a, you know what? Sister Deborah knew that they was going to do away with the what they call the New Testament. But guess what they doing it with? Science. Now they're teaching you to be a God yourself, and that you don't really need him when he then given you the power to think things into existence, to move things and create things and be the best that you can be. Now, if that was the case, what is that saying? They doing away with the Holy Spirit. They doing away with the Messiah. They doing away with everything. When you pull up with science, you delete Yeshua HaMashiach. You delete the whole New Testament. See, this is what they don't understand that they're doing, but they don't care because they didn't tap in to the darkness that have told them that they are so intelligent, they are so smart, they have the key, the answer to science so deep that now they can counteract anything that the Father has created and make it a lie and bring science back into power. That's what they're doing in these end days. They bring in science, which is a form of sorcery and witchcraft and midnight darkness. They bring it in back to play, back into the lives of people. That's why a lot of them didn't understand it when they be talking about these different herbs and these different sage removes evil spirits. See, this is science. This is stuff that somebody that went in and told them, see, you really don't need y'all to bind the enemy. You can just do this and you can get the enemy out of your space. Because once he smells this fragrance, look, he won't come around. You see the mindset. This is how powerful this science and their believing. And what I don't like is the Farrakhan them, how many of them are stepping into the science. They're stepping into that science. Now, they don't understand this science you stepped into. Watch this here. While they trying to step into what they think they know and their intelligence so high, and now we can step into the science. Guess what? The science have stepped out of science. Why? Because they found truth. They found that what they believed was not the truth. Isn't that sad? They stepped away, and now these darn Negroes are being taught by other heathens about the science. And they're feeling content because they didn't know that when you dig into that, Satan gives you the power to move forward. He ushers you into how to move forward, to where after a while you can actually teach people what God doesn't exist. You are the power. You are the God. The God is in you. Let me tell you something. They're telling people that you have the power to change anything that was and that is. You have the power to move things and make things go this way, this day. Why isn't they moved to that position then? I don't get it. They still in the curse. They still not going. They still going the way of y'all's right hand in the curse, and they can't even see it. But they're wanting to teach the mass, the multitude, to believe that the God is not he that's in the heavens. It's him that's in you. You are the God. The God is in you. No, he didn't say that. He said the image and the likeness. His image and his likeness. His image is what? A spirit. So he did what? Gave you a spirit. He didn't give you himself, because that don't make any sense. But see, that's where the mindset is at. Because he couldn't give you himself per se, because that's the Ruach Hakadah, Ruach Hakadash. So he didn't give you that at birth. See, they teaching people that God is in you. You can correct anything that you want once you recognize that the power is in you because you are God. This is how they teaching them. They teaching so many things to the people, to the multitude, where the multitude, this is one way they're pulling away. I don't think they're going to get too far with it, but I believe they don't understand the demonic role that plays into them embracing science in the way that they are embracing. They thinking they get more knowledge, and the moment the devil give them that knowledge, they take off and running, trying to find a place on YouTube so they can disperse it to you. Because what? Satan is giving them the power to do so. Yes, just like the beast. He's going, and Antichrist, and he's going to give them the power to do that. Because Yah has given him the power, because he created for this time. He created him for the time as this. I mean, not created him, but for him to display his power during this time. That's why I created wicked and evil, evil and wicked for the time, for the days of evil. And this is where we're in. So it's their time. But how he used the science as a mean of deceiving the mass, the multitude, to believe that they are God. You're not God. You just have an image, which is a spirit. Yah is a spirit. So he gave you an image of a spirit. And he breathed the breath of his life into you. Breath of his life. And that's how he transferred your spirit into you. You really was an angel at one time. This is how you are portrayed already in the books. You go to Revelation chapter 20, you see two books. You see one book for one thing, and then you see the other books. And he said, I'm going to judge you based on your works. But he called you dead based on your works. He's going to judge you. Those works were already written in the Lamb Book of Life. You see? So it's a lot of things that's actually taking place, and that is, that was, and that shall be. That many people are doing too much focusing on the things that's set up in witchcraft, sorcery, and science, things that's going to take people too far. Like I say, y'all going too far out. People are going too far out in the deep. And he said, this need be, Deborah. Why? Because it's going according to my will. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, I want to end this in this 1 hour. And I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I will say, I will be back. But just think, if he put all that in you for you to be this God, to make all these decisions, what will be the sense for the Messiah to die? What would be the sense for the Holy Spirit to come live in us? If we are God. See, that's a sickness that's taking place, y'all. So I, Sister Deborah, was saying to you, I've been gone all day doing chores, redoing my mother's hair, and I'm kind of worn out. So I, Sister Deborah, I appreciate everyone in the live chat tuning in. And I appreciate you all tuning in. And I will be back. Shalom and shalom.